means so much for us. I know at Rail to have won the IT Women in Technology Advocates of the Year Award for our campaign to attract young women into IT as a career. It's a pretty poor state, actually. Out of all IT jobs, only 17% are going to women at the moment. So that's not a good position, and that's got significantly worse in the last 10 years.
Okay.
So competitions like this actually are really important. Awards like this are really important, to attract more women and to raise the profile of women in technology. There are an awful lot of award ceremonies, but this is the first one that has actually been devoted to women in technology. I think it's really important. So I hope you run it again next year.
Yeah, I think we've been volunteering in local clubs, in local schools around the area for the last 3 years, and we've always just had the aim to get kids kind of excited about technology, get them interested, have some fun, and we've always focused on getting girls into technology, because I think between all of us we've seen the number of girls in technology drop off between GCSEs, A-levels, university and then school, and then in the workplace, so that's always kind of been our aim. We've really enjoyed sort of teaching girls about technology and careers in technology, so yeah, it's really exciting.
I feel really passionately about this award. We have tremendous women working at Unruly. We have Roz, Carol, who's our head of IT. We have Dina, who's our CPO. Lucy, who's our CFO. We have Rachel, who's our agile coach. We have Vicky, who's a fantastic. We just have so many amazing women. So it's brilliant for me to be able to stand up here on behalf of all of them and go, look what I'm doing. I always think it's really important to have diversity of female role models. So, and even that, this is great because you have so many different types of women, different backgrounds, different models of leadership, and being able to see so many different types of leadership is what's really important for the young girls coming through. There is no one stereotype to being a female leader. It's just being very relaxed, very friendly, very supportive. I've actually learned a lot tonight as well. I've had some really good tips from the people that I was sitting with at the table. Leadership tips, tips on dealing with difficult colleagues, tips on how to improve decision making. So as well as being a really fun night, I've actually learned a lot. I feel like I've had a coaching session as well as a wonderful dinner.
Brilliant. This is just so amazing in terms of winning the award. There are a lot of people who've taken a chance, a risk on me over the years, and this is really a recognition of that they did the right thing. And from my point of view, I'm just like so overwhelmed by it. It just means an awful lot, and hopefully if people can see what I've been able to achieve in terms of going from graduate to boardroom, they'll feel that they can do exactly the same thing, feel inspired and confident to do it. Oh, the atmosphere tonight is just electric. I mean, it's completely buzzing in terms of, and the thing that's really nice, I feel that everyone's rooting for each other. So during the last few days, for example, on Twitter, people have been supporting each other in terms of wishing each other good luck. And I think that's one of the purposes of what the event is about, actually. It's both men and women supporting and recognising the difference that women are making within the industry.
And it's been a lovely evening, so seeing so many women from IT, so many innovative projects. It's just been very inspiring, and I just think it's going to do such a lot in terms of promoting why women like me have loved working in IT for a number of years. I've always worked in the public sector, and I wanted to make a difference, particularly to vulnerable people in London. And the project that I worked on with IBM and Entity, which Camden had the vision to sponsor, has really made a big difference, I think, to vulnerable people in Camden, as well as the hard stuff in terms of saving money around fraud. It's a really big issue for local government, something where we've just, we've got to save so much money now and still try to provide services to the most vulnerable in the community. And the master data management I see as just being a very, very key technology, working with other partners, Brent, obviously IBM and Entity, and my team has just meant basically that we were able to deploy something keeping in mind the whole issue around privacy and data at the same time as pulling a lot of data together into a master data management solution, which I think is a technology of the future for local government.
It's really being a role model. So we've got so many women in tech school, and it's about we've got 2 IT directors now, and it's about showing how much you can achieve, that there isn't any barriers if you put your mind to it. So me being an ambassador to the rest, not just my other women colleagues, but also the young graduates that are coming through the company and the apprentice to see, this is something that we can achieve. So it's not just about Tesco or technology being a male-dominated industry, but it's equal opportunities.
I bring not just the technology side, but it's all about the human factor. So to nominate, I brought kind of a culture of security, not just being kind of the policewoman. It's all about getting everybody to partake, so making it more fun and inclusive. It's been really inspirational, sort of meeting other women, and it's just really fantastic, and realising that we need to do more of this to promote the younger generation to join IT. And seeing Betty was just absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely made my year. I wrote a blog about her when I went to Bletchley Park, because it's so inspirational to see them and how they had to keep quiet for so long. They were the leaders. They were there. I'd say don't be put off by the geekness of it. When I was a kid, I wasn't really into computers. Programming just seemed quite alien to me. But actually, IT isn't just about programming. It's about lots of other skills that you can bring towards it. And there's so many opportunities. It's just fantastic. And whether you're into fashion or film or whatever it is, in today's age, it's all about IT. So, there's nothing more empowering than being independent and having your own career, and IT can provide that.
I think that it's a little bit about seeing an industry like that and having the courage to actually take part in it. Funny, I recently spoke in Belfast an event which was about school children taking part in IT, and I found it really funny that I was there to encourage the girls to look at IT, and I have to say I looked at the girls and they were sitting up straight and they were very proud young women, and I don't mean to be mean to the boys, but they were kind of a little bit scrounged and geeky, and I'm kind of going, what's the problem? They could have them for breakfast. And there's something about courage that goes somewhere along the way, that they see themselves as proper people in the industry and they have a place in it, and there's a place for women, it's a fun place to be and a challenging place to be. And for me it's a perception as opposed to their ability. They so could do it. It's really nothing to do with ability, it's more about perception.
Well, it's been absolutely wonderful to see so many women, inspiring women in fact, in IT represented tonight. It's just fantastic, because we work in a very male-dominated organisation, particularly in Royal Mail, where we only have 14% of women in the whole organisation and 10% of women in management positions. So this is fantastic for us.
I think it's incredible I had a female role model when I was younger and I was coming through the ranks, and it was so powerful. And just that whole can-do, being able to do what you want to do and not feel there are any barriers in the way. That's so incredibly important. So it's about role models for me. Loved it, absolutely loved it. There's such a buzz, there's such an energy. Everybody's up for it. It's brilliant to see so many men here as well, supporting the awards. I think that's fantastic.
Thrilled and delighted on behalf of all the women in FDM, and particularly the ladies who I'm sharing the table with this evening. They work incredibly hard to bring more women into the industry. There is a lack of women, but at FDM, the team, we have increased our numbers from 16% of our workforce being female to, we're very proud to say, 25% of our workforce is now female. And 4 out of 5 women join FDM because of our Women in IT initiative. We've had a wonderful time, and thank you very much to the organisers and to the judges. I'm sure we'll be back next year.
Oh, it's so important to role model, and it's so important to show that, you know, women of the younger generation, from the ages of 7 all the way through, that they can actually be wherever they want to be, and technology is going to be so important, is so important for women, and we just want to encourage them and role model them. So to me, these awards are the absolute pinnacle in actually demonstrating to women at all ages that you actually can come into technology, you can be successful in technology, and most importantly, you can have fun and enjoy it. I have loved tonight. It's been so exciting. It's been so proud to be around so many successful women, and it's great to bring them together, because it's sometimes very hard to think you're on your own and you're trying to think, to be successful, how can I be? So the room is full of role models, and everybody just being a finalist has been a role model.